This is where you need to kick ass, but let's start at the beginning. Feel like you're on a voyage of self-discovery? There are so many more choices, so many more possibilities, so many more opportunities when you enter those teenage years. But like on any voyage, careful navigation is needed. You may go through some choppy waters, but you don't want to crash on the rocks before you reach your destination. There's nothing worse than missing out on all that's in store. Having a good crew is so important, and the good news is that you are free to pick your own. As you become more independent, friends will play a much bigger part in your life. You'll spend more time with them, make more decisions together, and influence each other's behaviour. Being influenced by your friends is normal. Voyages of self-discovery can be daunting. Figuring out who you are, what you believe, and what you should do is tough. It's not surprising if you want to fit in. Friends can provide support, advice, encouragement, and inspiration, as well as being those you like to hang out with. New experiences are often more enjoyable when shared because as humans, like many other animals, we are made to be in relationships. However, it is good to remember that there is no one quite like you. You're unique, and a bit like a hand fitting a glove, not every crowd will be the right fit for you. Some crowds can be unkind, others judgmental, and a few even downright dangerous. Heard of peer pressure? That's been put under pressure by so-called friends to do things that you're uncomfortable with. It may have happened already. Not giving school your best shot because you hate being labelled a try-hard. Going along with the crowd even when you're uncomfortable. Experimenting with a few substances because your friends are into that sort of thing. It's only, no one will know. Everyone is doing it. Sound familiar? And the bad news is it can get worse. Bullying and cyberbullying can be real problems too. Believe it or not, some people you know may want to hurt you psychologically. Name-calling, nasty texts, lies, even poking fun at you because of your asthma. It all amounts to the same thing. You're already feeling delicate, perhaps even a little vulnerable. All those changes, homework stressing you out, hormones making you emotional, not sure who you can trust. Adolescence really is the worst time to deal with this sort of stuff. So what can you do? Here again, it helps to be prepared. Check out our tips before things become a big deal, before you crash on the rocks. Already got to the bottom of how to remember this one? Firstly, anticipate. This involves making your own decisions about things, listening to your gut feelings, planning your responses, avoiding places and situations that make you uncomfortable, and choosing your friends well. Then, respond. It's good to practice saying no again and again. Consider changing the subject as well, as this can buy time. Give an excuse, then leave. And if you're feeling a bit braver, why not be direct and explain why it's not okay and go for a bit of humour. Next, strategise. This involves learning a few ways to cope. Keeping busy with healthy activities may help. Making different and like-minded friends is always a good idea, and getting support can often be crucial. It's always good to talk, so why not chat to a trusted friend, parent or carer, your asthma nurse, or perhaps someone else older and wiser. They can signpost you to further help if needed. Then surround yourself with positive influences, those who will cheer you on when you're down, those who will give you a helping hand when needed. What about a relative, a teacher, a sports coach, youth leader or your neighbour? We've nearly kicked ass now. Next up, it's eliminate. You too can help to tackle the problem by not putting pressure on others and learning about staying safe online. This includes knowing how to block upsetting content and knowing how to manage your social media accounts effectively. Finally, always report bullying. And remember, if it's cyberbullying, keeping the evidence will help. But what about asthma and my mental health, you're asking? Yes, we're getting there. Here are some tips if you're finding this one difficult. Remember, you're not alone. Around 5 million people have asthma in the UK, and around 20% of them are children. The likelihood is there will be 1 or 2 other asthmatics in your class. Why not seek them out for a bit of support? Emotions such as anger, stress, anxiety, and even laughter can trigger asthma. So don't bury your head in the sand. If something is bothering you, get help and remember to kick ass. Then, make sure your asthma is well under control. Why not revisit SWAT, our 7 Wonderful Asthma tips? These tips will help you to reduce reliever use, take part in more activities, and generally cut out the embarrassment where possible. Why not chat to your asthma nurse about your concerns? If you're feeling self-conscious with your devices, there may be more discreet options available, or a coping strategy that might help. Remember, you will not be the first or only person to feel like this. Talking to your friends and family about your asthma can also help, so get used to explaining your asthma and how you manage it. Most people are more interested than you think, and it's good to have someone who knows how to help if you become unwell. Finally, if you're feeling down, why not do an online search for famous people with asthma? It's always good to know that you can become a superstar too.